And howdy, folks. This is your old pal, Uncle Al. I think it's working. I'm kind of tired. Been running around this morning. Anyway, people were asking me about the old days when I was living in a van down by the river with a stripper. That was my younger days. But a lot of people ask me, how can I make traveler or homeless mac and cheese? Well, Uncle Al's a foodie and a cook. I don't use macaroni, I use medium shells. And people were amazed when my friends who were in college and racking up debt, I was out there broke, living with a stripper, down by a river, in a van. And they said, but you cook so well, Uncle Al. Yeah, after I pull out a bottle of red, that's wine, out of the river, nice and chilled. And they're eating mac and cheese, and they're wondering, where did you get this? Did you buy it? I said, no, I made it here. And they're looking around like, you have a campfire, Uncle Al. Even those days, everybody called me Uncle Al. I'm just an old soul. Well, first thing you need to buy or get medium shells. Fairly easy, you boil it and you drain it. Now, the cheese sauce, I don't have proper tools for it. Usually I use the same pot that I boil the noodles, and I'll use a half a can of nacho cheese. Now, my friends who stop by my camp gets a hors d'oeuvre of nachos, same cheese sauce, except I mix it with this. Except I add bacon and peppers to it, so they'd be surprised. If I had time, and this is one of my secrets that I don't tell people, I can bake it. And they still can't figure it out. Even today in 2025. I have skills, and you don't. Why I really like this? Because if I didn't have company, I didn't want to make nachos. Okay, it's a pull top, even back then. And it has a lid, so I can reuse the can. Or I can use half of it, and when she comes back, pull it out of the river, still nice and pure, put it in the fire, let it warm up a little bit. Now, a lot of people like, you do like in the movies, stick it in a roaring fire? No, I usually put it on a hot rock in embers, and it usually heats up the sauce. Back then, cans weren't lined, but nowadays everything's lined. Tired, old. Yeah, I would have it baked with panko crust on top and a little fresh parsley. A lot of people wonder how come I can cook outdoors so well. Experience, 53 years experience. Okay, a lot of you can't even cook at home. Okay, so like I said, fairly easy fix. Now I know. Let's see, how do I run here? Maybe not. I moved too many things around. I'm tired too. Damn it. Chris Leon, if you remember the let's see, paperwork, bills. There we go. Yeah, Chris got a whole case of this. Now, Chris watched the video. If you have the nacho cheese sauce one, this is great. You can make, okay, not rocket science, or use on nachos. Myself, I got about 8 different recipes. I'm going to post this recipe for the pan type, really easy to make, on post. I got to figure out how to explain the computer mac and cheese. And so far, it's like this stupid AI kept showing me a guy named Mac and a block of cheese. So I'm still working on that. This drives you nuts. That's why Uncle Al's old and tired, going crazy. Now, it's 1st October. We got the shutdown. I don't want to hear it. And that's another recipe. See, I always keep recipes. all over the places. Let's see. It's October surprise. Okay, if you're in the new communist states of America, especially California, Illinois, Virginia, New Jersey, a lot of them are speaking of having a coup, a revolution, protests and riots, and MGOs. If you're in that group, remember I told you all this last year, if you're in that group, all right, federal troops are heading to your state. Not like you think, like in the Civil War, the first Civil War. This is a lot quieter. Okay, we're not doing the mistakes in the past. We're coming out there and we're going to indict every person involved. Now right now, the Department of Justice has a list of 12 governors, corrupt governors, that might be facing treason. Not because they're trying to overthrow the government, because they're working with a foreign power. Okay, same goes with the colleges. Right, so I tell a lot of my friends, don't do 5-in-1. Okay, because I've seen the future and it's pretty ugly. Like I tell Prepping with Sarge, you have no idea what's coming up. Alright, that's why I do cooking, fashion, survival tips. See this little can over there? That's a stove. Has a built-in windscreen. A lot of people look at me like, you made coffee with that, didn't you, Uncle Al? And I'm like, yeah, and you set yourself on fire again. Okay? So I'll catch you later. Remember, it's 2025 reality shock time. Alright? I have to keep saying this always because people don't listen to old Uncle Al. Alright? It's simple tricks that I learn over a lifetime. It's not rocket science. Okay? Mac or shells or whatever kind of pasta. And canned cheese. Okay? I keep looking at people like, you fell off the turnip truck, didn't you, boy? Alright, I'll catch you later. Remember, it's 2025 reality shock time. You better wake up. Generation Z, you better be careful because pirate time is coming up around. Because I keep telling this to people. They don't care if you got a job or whatever. A lot of people are mad. And if you're 18 to 30 and doing something stupid, they're not going to call the police. Okay? So get a mentor. Like old Uncle Al, I got already 40 students. I don't need any more people. Alright? And a few people I try to help out, but I use them as, canaries to test the air. You know, a lot of people like, oh, we're looking at the sky, Uncle Al. Do you know what's coming off the coast of the Atlantic and heading toward your way? And they're all looking at me. More rain? I'm kind of looking at them like, I don't know, Uncle Al. I think they're all dead. Alright, folks. I'll catch you later. You have a nice day. Remember, make some mac and cheese. And I'll catch you later. Bye now. Where's that button?